my name is Fiona and welcome back to Crafted by Rose. Today we are going to have a little bit of a whipping chat, so get out whatever it is you're working on and work along with me. Today's topic of discussion is going to be what is diamond painting. So if you're new to diamond painting or you're thinking about it or you've just discovered it, this may be for you. So diamond painting is similar to cross stitch and paint by numbers. It's got that similar aspect of counting drills, counting stitches, matching symbols to colours, that type of thing. Diamond painting itself is a relatively new creative hobby that has many fans all around the world, especially those that like DIY crafts. So any of you that like needlepoint or painting or beading, that kind of thing. Many people have fallen in love with this activity due to the fact it's very easy to learn and incredibly rewarding. Whereas if you're starting crochet or knitting, that can take some time to learn how to do that. Whereas diamond painting is relatively easy to do. Even novices and people that struggle with crafts like knitting and crochet find that diamond painting is relaxing and enjoyable, and also very good for mindfulness or relaxation, especially if you suffer with anxiety or depression. And mastering the basics of this is very easy and is suitable for pretty much all age groups. So diamond painting itself, what it consists of is creating a sparkling masterpiece that is as easy as affixing vibrant, colourful resin rhinestones or crystal rhinestones to a self-adhesive canvas. That is a premise of a diamond art kit. The canvas is printed with a design or piece of artwork that you love, then with symbols covering over that image. That image is then, with those symbols, has poured glue put on top, or it will have double-sided adhesive. That glue or double-sided adhesive will allow you to place drills, which they're like resin rhinestones or crystal rhinestones, and you'll fix a certain colour rhinestone to a particular symbol, so you match colour to symbol. So that's how it's similar to paint by numbers. You're matching a colour to a number or a colour to a symbol on the canvas. It is a relatively new art form. I believe that it first started to become available in 2013, round about that time. So in that sense, it is a relatively new craft, so it's only been out about 7 years. But in that amount of time, it has amassed a large fan base, and you can find many different sellers all over the world. No matter where you live, it seems to be slowly spreading that everywhere. So anywhere you go, you will be able to find a diamond painting company that's close to you, or one that is easily accessible. It's not so much easy to find in physical stores, but it is very easy to find an online company. Diamond painting is an art in itself that has rapidly become a favourite among beginner and experienced hobbyists who perhaps do cross stitch or crochet, and they have decided to take on another hobby, and this one being diamond painting. And the reason it would appear to be so popular is it doesn't require that any particular special skill to do it. It's something that anyone can learn to do very quickly and make a beautiful piece of artwork that will sparkle and shimmer depending on if your diamond painting is using round drills or square drills. If you're using round drills, then you will get a sparkle with the finished piece, whereas with square drills, the finished piece will have more of a shimmer than a sparkle. Many crafters do describe diamond painting as being very relaxing and calming, which is something that I find myself. I myself have have had depression for quite some time, along with anxiety, and for me it does help with that, rather, or I should say more so than other hobbies that I have. So I find it a little bit more relaxing than crochet, which is the other craft that I do. But other crafters say that they find it more stress relieving than any other craft that they personally do. That the action of placing one diamond after the other, perhaps if you're doing single placing, they find it extremely soothing and allows people to kind of enter a meditative state. I do find when I'm focused on the project, I can easily have the entire afternoon just fly away from me. Hours will fly by and you don't really notice it. You'll set up your diamond painting, at least if you're like me, and you'll think, oh, I'm going to do this for an hour, or I have an hour and a half. And then the next time you look up, it's suddenly night time. So your entire afternoon's gone, and suddenly it's the middle of the night. And you're like, where on earth has the day gone? I swear I only started this about an hour ago. So, as I said earlier, diamond painting is very much a craft that anyone can do. You don't need any particular skills to be able to do it. It is a very simple step process. And the step process is that, if you're new to it, your diamond painting will either have a clear film cover on it, or it will have an opaque cover. So what you're going to want to do is just peel that back to reveal a small section. Then find the symbol on the canvas that you want to work on. Then match that symbol to the corresponding colour of drills that you have. So you will have a drill, it will be a particular number, and that particular number will then be represented by a symbol on your canvas. So pick your symbol that you want to do, find the corresponding colour. Then using your applicator pen that comes in your kit, or perhaps you've bought one separately, you just want to fill the pen with wax. You're then going to use that to pick up the drills and place that drill to the corresponding symbol on your canvas. You then just continue to do that for each symbol in that section, and once you've completed that section, then you'll just peel back a bit more of your cover of your diamond painting, do a bit more, and before you know it, you will be completed your diamond painting, and you'll have a beautiful piece of artwork that you can either frame and put up on your wall, or perhaps you want to gift it to someone. It is worth mentioning, if you're new to diamond painting, diamond paintings can either come with round drills or round diamonds or square diamonds. Don't worry if you hear the words drills and diamonds. People use both words for the same thing. They will be the resin rhinestones or crystal rhinestones that you place onto the canvas. So you will either have round drills for your canvas, or you will have square drills. Depending on the seller, you will sometimes be able to choose if your image comes in round drill or square drill. Some sellers will only sell a painting in a particular drill shape. So, round drill kits or round diamonds are, some will say they're easier and faster to do, but I personally have found that to be an individual thing. For myself, I find squares easier, but many people do say that rounds are easier for them and quicker. Round drills will have 26 facets on the surface of the drill or diamond, however you want to refer to it, which will allow for more sparkle. There are more easier for beginners on a whole, due to the fact that you don't have to worry so much about placing them correctly, or not so much correctly, more about orientating the diamond in the correct direction. You don't have to worry about that with squares. Obviously with squares you have to line them up to get them to fit, and whereas with rounds you don't have that issue. If you're looking or working with a square drill kit, that for some that will take a bit longer. and you'll need to take more care to make sure that you're lining up the drills so that you don't get any misplaced drills, you don't get popping drills, that kind of thing. And the other reason it will take a bit longer for you is square drills are a little bit smaller than round drills. Square drills are normally around 2.5 millimeters, whereas rounds are 2.8 millimeters, which you wouldn't think that slight difference in size would make that much difference on the whole when doing your canvas, but it does quickly add up, the size difference, even though it's like 0.2 of a millimeter. Personally, like I said, I do prefer squares. I find it very satisfying lining them up, and when you're placing them, if you're doing a particular section that's already had some drills placed on it, when you place the new drill in between, perhaps you've moved to a different colour, you get that satisfying click when you're placing the drills. It's something small, I know, but I just like that. And then the other thing to take into consideration is some places, or should I say sellers, that will sell diamond paintings, their kits will have rhinestones or crystals in, and that will make the overall image look different. I myself don't particularly tend to like them. If you're doing a detailed image, you just don't seem to be able to get the same amount of detail with the crystal or rhinestone drills. But if the painting you're doing isn't a particularly heavily detailed diamond painting, they look great. It's just dependent on the particular image that you're working on. If having crystals being in your kit or all of the drills being crystals, then that's something you may want to take into consideration. And then the thing that I was going to mention before that, but I got a bit sidetracked, was some sellers will include ABs drills into their kits. Some sellers don't. So, for example, you can get AB drills in your kits with Dreamer Designs, Diamond Art Club. I don't know. Some others do them, but I can't think of them on hand. But others will sometimes offer them as optional extras, or you can just buy your own if you wanted, buy them separately and then add them to your canvas. If you're wondering what AB is, if you've not heard that term before, AB is stands for, should I say, Aurora Borealis. That's an iridescent coating that's applied to the surface of the drills. It will just make them sparkle a bit more. And depending on the colour of the AB, if it's a lighter shade of drill before the AB coating is applied, then you tend to get more of a shimmer. Whereas if the drill was a darker drill, or like a darker colour in the DMC, and then you apply the AB coating to that, I tend to find that they sparkle more on the darker shades. That's just me. And some things to take into consideration when you're working on a canvas is around the paste area of your diamond painting. So the paste area is the part where you apply the drills. The glue or double-sided tape that's been used on that kit can sometimes extend past the paste area, so it will be extra. There'll be extra glue or that past that point and going onto the sides of your canvas, and that can become an issue when you're working on it and you lean on it with your sleeve, and any fibres that are in your sleeve, whatever top you're wearing, can transfer to that, and that can be difficult to get off at a later date. You can get it off, it's just a little bit more difficult and fiddly and time consuming. But if you want to avoid that, then you can just place washi tape all the way around the outside edge of the paste area. That way, when you're leaning, if you lean on it, you've not got to worry about transferring any fibres from your top onto the canvas itself, and it just makes the end result a little bit cleaner and saves you having to do more tidy up than necessary to complete your painting. So there is my ramble for today. Although I hope you have found it useful if you're new to diamond painting. If you have, then please do give this video a like. If you would like to see more content like this, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. If you are already subscribed to the channel, then please make sure you've got your notifications bell turned on. That way you will get notified when I upload a new video. With that said, thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!